Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Thought I'd give you guys an update. It's been a week. Rain pretty much prevented me from doing a lot of painting. I managed to get this section painted on Friday, but then I couldn't paint until today after work. Even then it had clouded up, but it wasn't raining. So I managed to get this painted. I used titanium silver instead of the satin nickel. At the last minute, I decided that I remembered the satin nickel I thought was a little too white. So this is the titanium silver that you can see here. Don't mind this here is robin's egg, and I'm gonna use that on the RCA 17-inch, which is actually a I almost want to call it a slate blue, but I just can't find a blue that comes anywhere near it. And since I seem to be the only one that cares about mid-50s to early 60s black and white tabletop sets, I figured I might as well take the opportunity to embellish or take artistic license. Anyway, so this is actually matte, so I'm going to end up having to finish it up with a clear to give it a shiny look to it, but that'll be down the road. So I managed to get the tape off here, and I did polish the can caps, so I'm going to actually finally put those on, and I'm working on these right now. I was going to get some Simichrome paste, but I forgot the other day, and I didn't want to make a special trip, and it's also kind of expensive. So I'm just doing the what I've done before, which is, even though it's not really designed for aluminum, I discovered a while back if I brush on some navel jelly and keep brushing it around, it'll actually clean the surface. It just, as long as you leave it on for just 1 or 2 minutes and then wipe it off or rinse it off quickly, obviously it comes out pretty shiny. So I did manage today to pick up some connectors. What I think I'm going to do, I did order wire, but I think what I'm going to do is put the connectors on the wire so they can be disconnected if it needs to be taken apart again. Even if that's just temporary while I work on it, because I kept forgetting to make an order at Radio Days for wire, and I finally did that today. But you know, they're busy over there, and sometimes it takes them anywhere from, sometimes I get orders in 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 days, but sometimes it takes them a couple of weeks. So I don't want to get this back together and then be delayed testing it because I didn't have the right wires. Anyway, I managed to clean this up. The stains are gone. There is a little bit of one across the top here. I could have hit it again. What I did with that was I took the big soft brush and I just soaked the whole flock, all the flocking, with 99% alcohol, and then dab it with a slight rubbing with no pressure with a paper towel. Anyway, what that does is prevent the watermark. And I probably could have done a little bit more on the top here, but it's okay. That part is going to be obscured by the dial, which I'm also still working on. It's really hard to get the stains off of here. I had to do this before with the 41 315, and I discovered if I just keep rubbing it with 100% alcohol and a Q-tip, eventually it gets cleaner. It managed to do it down here, but then down here, a couple of a little bit of the gold flecked off. Of course, this is also obscured by the wooden cabinet, so that's okay. So now I stopped, and maybe I won't rub it too hard. I did get my new camera holder, so I don't have to have tape anymore. So what else is there to show you? I cleaned and lubricated the dial string mechanism. I still need to paint the smaller metal bits, but I ran out of sunlight and it was getting kind of cold. I'm going to have to mask this off to get it painted. Assuming I'm going to paint it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It didn't get rusty, but it is dirty. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my update. The Philco is back together and on the floor, and I ordered tubes for that on Friday. So I'm not sure with that. I may I found a couple of shorted tubes on that, and I guess I should do a video on that. When the tubes come in, I'll do that. Anyway, some of the tubes were bad. I had a couple of them, but I didn't have all of them, so I had to order like 4 tubes. And I managed to order the 6AG5 for this one to see if the FM is a little louder, since it was kind of quiet. But as I had mentioned, that tube tested at about, it barely moved the needle. It was maybe 10%, if even that. So obviously a almost dead tube does still work. It just, I'm wondering if that's why the volume on the FM was so low. But we'll find out. So I'm just going to let this cure a bit. I did use an oil-based paint, so it's taking its sweet time to harden. The Transformers is nice and, well, I'm sure it's not completely cured, but it's pretty cured. And this one, as you can hear, even though it was done on Friday, excuse me, even though this was done on Friday, it's still a little, it's not tacky, but it's not cured. And this one was just done a few hours ago, so it's definitely not. Alright, so that's the update for this. I just wanted to upload something so you have something to watch. I don't know about you guys, but my subscriptions aren't updating as much as they used to, so I don't have as much to watch. Anyhow, so figured I'd give you a little update, and I'll go ahead when this is a little easier to handle. I'll put the wires back together, and we'll see if I can hear anything. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.